I do apologise for the shakiness of the camera today. All my other phones have died. It's called winging it. Need to stop making my bag smack against my knees. Yeah, so the barbers have closed. So the idea now, I'm thinking I've got an opportunity to actually go to see them next time they're open and say there is a haircut pending in your account. What's that saying? You support me, I support you. You don't support me, I don't support you. We're having a bit of a confusion.com recently on the part of social media and the encouragement, which is lack of encouragement on social media. So I do apologise for anybody who's listening who does support the channel, YouTube. I'm thinking this is live on YouTube 1. I've actually sent a cheeky link to Uncle Howard. So several times I've actually linked up with Uncle Howard and to specifically promote his YouTube channel so he can actually physically go live on his mobile without the purpose of streaming. What's it called? Prism live stream. So what's the development? What is the update? What the idea is, there's a social worker that I'm working with, supposed to be working with, and he seems to change the subject. He literally changes the subject. So the idea is, he's phoned me, saying, where are you up to? Blah, 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 blah. And I said, are you at the hub on Tuesday? ? His reply is, have you handed in the paperwork to Citizens Advice? So I'm thinking to myself, why don't you answer the first question that I give you? You know what I mean? I'm trying to get support from a social worker. So he says, have you got any questions I will give you the answer to? So the idea is, unfortunately, my first question wasn't answered. It goes to the previous questions that I should have done. So I'm actually now randomly raining. So it's a little frustrating that Pokemon Chris is the way he is. So apparently we came to an agreement that he buys the coffee, I buy the cake. So he proceeds to go to the queue up for a brew, buys himself a brew. I says, Christopher, it's not the way it works. I said, you buy me a brew and I will buy you cake. But the problem is, he doesn't remember that I actually took him to Subway last week. I splashed out over £25. So I spent about £14 and I spent about £5 on him. I mean, so he can have a meal deal. I mean, a packet of crisps, a drink, and a 6-inch sub. But come on, Christopher, don't you remember that you are owing me a brew? and possibly a slice of cake. So, anyway, so out of respect for Christopher, I've started to meet him a little bit earlier than advertised. So the idea is I'm hanging around town for him. I normally used to meet him at Costa at 2 o'clock. And then because of the buses, he said, why don't you meet us at 1 o'clock? So I thought, fair dues. So by the time we'd actually done our little gathering of meetings, he would actually randomly just stand up, go to the bus station at 3 o'clock, wait for his bus, and then go. So then I walk home, you know what I mean, which was only round the corner at one time, but now I have to physically walk a little bit extra, read all about it. So now I'm actually physically walking home in the rain, and I said, I actually almost beat Christopher home, but I actually diverted and went to Subway because I was dying for a little pee. So then I thought I'd have some lunch, not me, six and like a foot long, everything on it. Chris died. So out of respect now, I will not have anything to eat now until tomorrow, all being well. So then I will reconnect to social media, plug everything in, and hopefully get all these cables replaced because some of the cables that I'm using don't work. So I'm quite reluctant now because it's almost blowing a little bit of a gale and I have to cross the locks. So the idea is, last time I actually came round here, I was on TikTok and here my battery died and I thought, right, jump onto YouTube, go live and just record or do shorts. I wasn't able to go live, so I had to record, upload, pre-record a ship coming out of the locks. There's nothing here now. So apparently, according to research, there is a boat app. Hello, those who are joining the chat. Welcome. Thank you very much for tuning in. Make yourself known. Who are you and where you come from? So the idea now is I'm actually going to cross the locks, and I'm not nervous. It's the fact that it has been blowing a gale and it's raining ish, almost raining, spitting now. I wouldn't like what actually crossing this during the winter. It could be a bit slippy. So I'm going to hold my breath and hopefully it's not too windy. Yeah, looking the other way is not too bad because if I actually physically do that, then I'm walking down the other way. All the kids are coming from school, you see, so got to be extra careful. So actually, the blue boat is actually in there, the tug. Amy, okay, yeah. Hey. Some familiar face then. Not seen for ages. So I'm hoping at some point there will be, I think there's an app, a boat app, to actually tell you when the next boat comes down the Manchester ship. So this is the side that doesn't work. I think it does, but it's not a in case of emergency. Right? There's no emergency yet, unless you fall in. Yeah, so welcome to Grapple All, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. Right, I need to physically now get my head down and do some paperwork and physically set up some sort of office in my new house. Flat, low, yeah. So I've now coming up to 3 months, and I'm pending an investigation. 3 months. So I don't want to let the cat out the bag yet. Got some money saved up, and I've still got a B&Q warehouse gift card for 150 quid. So they are saying that you might get a random invite, you know what I mean, an inspection. So hopefully I'll get everything sorted out, back on track. There is a problem with this social worker that I've got. I'm not actually shouting out the actual company, but let me see if we can cross this road without getting split. Go, get it, go! It's quite funny now because I've been fed and watered. I normally go home half an hour later, come back to this little shop, go local extra, serving the community. It's open 7 o'clock till 10, so it's all good. I'm quite surprised top underscore banana underscore guys hasn't dropped in. I mean, so he was randomly saying send me a link so we can actually physically connect. He's a busy boy. Is our top underscore banana underscore guys. I like to promote him at the end of the day. It's like Costa Chris. He's got an account, Cody73, but he doesn't really go live on a regular basis. He always seems to be on TikTok. You know what I mean? He's also doing Pokemon as well. So there's no interaction. You know, when I meet him for coffee, I mean, it's like getting blood out of a stone. But now and again, he'll open his mouth and words will come out. Whew. I would have to get home, drop everything, run to the toilet, and then poof. I don't want to go into detail, ladies and gents, due to copyright infringement. You get a lot of that on TikTok, you know what I mean? But you're actually physically allowed to play, pre-recorded music. That's copyright. I know with YouTube, it's just, oh, you're not allowed to play that. Copyright strike, kaboom, adios. Are you okay? Yeah. Welcome to the jungle. We got fun and games. Welcome to the chat, guys. And those who are as Doug Houston says, lurkers. We have lurkers. Right, almost there now. Just get round this corner. Bus not in service because it's full of kids. Hello. That's what I did on TikTok this morning. Like randomly just somebody tapping the screen. Hello. Oh, there's the plasterer who lives around the corner from me. Not actually introduced myself yet. I need to phone Leap as well. You know, the guys who actually do the energy come round and assesses, how to save energy, what I need to buy. It's all about the money, you know. It's all about the money. So I do apologise because I'm actually coming to the end of my stream. So I do appreciate everybody popping in. So if you ever see the red telephone box, it means I'm coming to the end of this transmission. So I appreciate everybody coming in. So I will now wait for this car and then twist and then end.